Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a really fun deep dive into a book called Age Well, Live Fully.
Oh, yeah, I loved that one.
Yeah. I thought it was really fascinating. It's all about, this whole mind-body connection
Right.
and how that impacts aging well.
Yeah.
Not just living longer, but like actually thriving
Right.
in those later years.
Yeah.
And what I thought was really cool is that it kind of brings together, that ancient wisdom and modern science.
It does. I mean, for centuries, people have been, talking about the mind-body connection as this like almost mystical thing. And now we've got scientific studies backing it up.
Yeah.
Like the placebo effect is a great
Oh,
example.
placebo effect is wild.
Oh, totally. Like just the fact that people can experience positive results just from believing they're receiving treatment.
Even if it's a sugar pill,
Yeah.
that's huge.
It is. And it goes even deeper than that. Like if you think about it, your brain is like this supercomputer.
Oh, yeah.
Sending signals through this complex network of nerves. That's your nervous system.
Right.
So every thought, every emotion you have, it triggers actual biochemical reactions in your body.
So it's not just like, think happy thoughts and everything will be
Yeah.
fine. Like there's actual physical stuff happening.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
real physical response.
Yeah.
The book actually uses this great analogy. Imagine your body is like a high-tech machine,
Okay.
and your mind is the operator. So if the operator is like stressed out and frantic all the time,
Right.
the machine's not going to function very well.
That makes total sense. I mean, it's just like, you know how you feel before you have to give a big presentation or something?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You get that knot in your stomach, your heart starts racing.
Yeah,
That's my body reacting to the stress. Right?
exactly. That's that fight or flight response kicking in.
Yeah.
It's designed to help you deal with threats, right? Like floods your system with all these hormones like cortisol.
Cortisol, the stress hormone.
Exactly. And, in small doses, that stress response can actually be helpful.
Oh, really? So like a little bit of stress is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be motivating. It's when that stress becomes chronic that it starts to cause problems.
I see.
When it's like a constant state of being. Well, Live Fully actually talks about how like prolonged exposure to high cortisol levels can weaken your immune system, increase your blood pressure, and even like contribute to chronic diseases.
Like you're running your car engine at top speed all the time.
Yeah,
Eventually something's got to give.
exactly. So the book really emphasizes how managing stress is crucial for aging well. It's not about like avoiding stress altogether,
Right.
because that's impossible.
Yeah.
It's about building resilience and developing healthy coping mechanisms.
And that's where the mind-body connection really comes in, doesn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, totally.
Because if our thoughts and emotions can trigger such powerful physical responses,
Right.
learning to manage those effectively seems pretty important.
It's essential. And it's not just about stress. Live Fully also goes into the connection between our emotions and overall health,
Okay.
particularly the immune system.
So this is where it gets really interesting. I know we've all heard about like the power of positive thinking, but does it really have that much of an impact on our physical health?
The research is really compelling. The book talks about all these studies that show that positive emotions can actually boost your immune system.
Wow.
Laughter, joy, gratitude, they all contribute to a stronger defense against illness.
So it's not just about feeling good. Our bodies are literally becoming stronger
Yeah.
because of these positive emotions.
Exactly. And on the flip side, negative emotions like anger, fear, sadness,
Yeah.
they can actually suppress your immune system, make you more susceptible to getting sick.
Oh, wow. I've definitely noticed that I tend to get sick more often when I'm feeling stressed or down.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to that old saying like, laughter is the best medicine.
I think there definitely is a connection there. And Age Well Live Fully actually gives us some practical ways to cultivate those positive emotions and manage the negative ones.
Okay.
And that's something we'll explore further in this deep dive.
I am so ready for some practical tips. I have a feeling this is where the real magic happens.
Me too.
All right, so we know that our minds and bodies are like totally connected. And managing stress and emotions is like a huge part of aging well. But how do we actually do that, like in our everyday lives?
Yeah.
What can we actually do to make that mind-body magic work for us?
Right? That's the big question. Live Fully has a ton of techniques, but one that's like really simple but powerful is breathwork.
Okay. I've heard about the benefits of deep breathing, but to be honest, I sometimes think it's a little too, new agey for me. Why should I take it seriously?
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It can seem a little too simple. But remember that fight or flight response? When you get stressed out, your breathing gets all shallow and rapid.
Hmm.
We can actually kind of hack that system
Oh.
by consciously changing how we breathe.
Hacking our own biology. I like it. Tell me more.
Okay, so the book talks about this technique called diaphragmatic breathing. So you breathe deep into your belly and let your diaphragm expand. It sounds basic, but it has like a huge impact on your nervous system.
So instead of that shallow breathing, we're like slowing things down and breathing deeper. What does that do?
It basically slams the brakes on your stress response.
Wow.
It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the one for rest and relaxation and digestion. It can lower your heart rate, reduce blood pressure, calm your mind.
It's like a natural chill pill.
Pretty much.
I remember you mentioned this earlier when we were talking about stress. This is making a lot of sense now.
Exactly. And the best part, it's free. You can do it anywhere, anytime.
Right.
Feeling overwhelmed at work, take a few deep breaths. Trouble sleeping, do some diaphragmatic breathing before bed. It's simple, but so effective.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light here. But breathwork isn't the only tool we have, right?
Oh, definitely not. Live Fully also talks about emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. That sounds a little more complicated than just breathing. What is that exactly?
It's basically the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and recognize and empathize with other people's emotions.
So it's not just about like being happy all the time. It's about knowing what we're feeling
Yeah.
and how to deal with it.
Exactly. And this becomes so important as we age. Think about all the challenges that come with getting older, maybe health issues, changing relationships, dealing with loss.
Right.
Emotional intelligence helps you handle all of that with more grace and resilience.
That makes sense. Instead of being like totally swept away by our emotions, we're kind of learning how to like ride the waves.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just about dealing with the tough stuff either. Emotional intelligence also lets you experience those positive emotions more fully.
Oh, that's nice.
It helps you build strong relationships, communicate better, and find more fulfillment in life.
Okay, I'm sold. Emotional intelligence sounds super important for aging well, but like, is that something we're born with or can we learn it?
You can totally learn it. The book says it's a skill. And like any skill, you can get better at it over time with practice.
Okay, good.
Age will. Live Fully even has some exercises to help you cultivate self-awareness, improve your communication skills, build empathy.
This is starting to feel less like a self-help book
Mm-hmm.
and more like a how-to manual for like a really good life.
That's a great way to put it. And there's another tool that the book highlights. It's good for your mental and emotional health and has some great physical benefits too. Laughter.
Okay, I love this one. I am all about the power of laughter.
Yeah.
It just like instantly boosts my mood and melts away stress.
And you're not alone. The book explains the science behind it. It triggers the release of endorphins.
Endorphins, the feel-good chemicals.
Yes. Mood boosting and pain relieving.
So it's not just about feeling good, it's like literally changing our brain chemistry.
Exactly. It also reduces those stress hormones, strengthens the immune system, even improves cardiovascular health.
Wow.
It's like a full body workout for your well-being.
I never thought I'd be getting health advice to watch more comedies,
Right.
but I'll take it.
And the benefits go way beyond just the physical stuff. The book talks about how laughter helps us connect with other people, build resilience, and find joy even when things are tough.
It really is like an antidote to stress and negativity. I'm reminded of that quote, laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah.
It's so true.
It is. And Age Well Live Fully encourages us to find ways to add more humor into our lives. Watching a funny movie, sharing jokes with friends, or just learning to appreciate the funny side of things.
So it's not just about laughing at things, it's about laughing with life, even when things are hard.
Yes, exactly. And what's really cool is that the book even suggests that humor can help us age more gracefully.
I mean, how does that work? I'm all ears.
Well, think about it. As we get older, we face challenges, right? Physical limitations, health issues, maybe losing loved ones.
Yeah.
But if you can approach those challenges with a sense of humor, find the lightness even in the hard times. It can make a big difference.
So instead of getting stuck in the negativity, we can use humor to keep things in perspective.
Yeah.
To find the joy even when things are tough.
Exactly. It's about having a resilient spirit, being able to bounce back with grace and maybe even a chuckle. And to me, that's what aging well is all about.
This whole conversation is making me think differently about getting older.
Yeah.
It's not something to be afraid of.
Yeah.
It's a chance to grow and learn new things about ourselves.
And that's really what Age Well Live Fully is all about. It's about embracing the journey, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It doesn't have to be a decline. It can be a journey of growth.
I love that. It's so empowering. We get to choose how we age. It's not something that just happens to us. It's a journey we can shape.
Absolutely. Speaking of powerful ways to shape our experience, the book talks about a practice that takes relaxation to a whole new level. Yoga Nidra.
Yoga Nidra. Ooh, that sounds intriguing. I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about it.
It's often called yogic sleep. Basically, it's a guided meditation that takes you into deep relaxation, but you stay conscious.
Wait, so my mind is awake, but my body is asleep? How does that even work?
It guides your awareness to that space between being awake and being asleep. You lie down comfortably, close your eyes, and listen to a guided meditation.
Okay.
It takes you through visualizations and body scans. Super relaxing.
It does sound relaxing. So how is this different from like those guided meditation apps?
That's a good question. They both involve relaxation, but Yoga Nidra goes deeper. It's meant to bring you to a state between wakefulness and sleep.
Hmm.
Your body is totally relaxed, but your mind is still aware.
So I'm not really asleep, but I'm not fully awake. It's like lucid dreaming.
There are some similarities, yeah. You're aware of your surroundings, but you can also access a deeper level of consciousness where healing can happen.
Whoa. Okay, so what's actually happening in my brain and body doing this yogic sleep?
As you relax, your brainwave patterns start to change. You go from beta waves, which are for wakefulness, to slower alpha and theta waves. Those are for deep relaxation and meditation.
So my brain's shifting gears from that busy state to a calmer, more receptive one.
Yeah, exactly. And your nervous system starts to unwind. Your heart rate and blood pressure go down, muscles relax, your breathing slows down.
It sounds like the perfect antidote to our crazy busy world.
Yeah.
But besides feeling relaxed, are there any long-term benefits?
Oh, yeah, tons. The book talks about studies that show how good it is for you. It can reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep quality, improve your thinking, and even boost creativity.
Wow, that's amazing. And remember you mentioned it can help with chronic pain too.
Yep. That's another area where the research is looking really promising. It calms the nervous system, reduces inflammation, and can help with pain and overall well-being.
I'm starting to see why Liv Foley talks about this as part of a holistic approach to aging.
Ah.
It seems like it helps with so many things. Physical, mental, emotional.
Exactly. And there's another part of Yoga Nidra that I find really fascinating. Its potential for personal growth.
Okay, now we're talking. Tell me more.
Remember how we talked about the subconscious mind? How it affects our thoughts, feelings, and actions?
Yeah, it's like the control center we're not always aware of.
Exactly. One of the cool things about Yoga Nidra is that it can access that subconscious mind. You bring your awareness to that deeper level, and you can start to release old patterns, limiting beliefs, even emotional blocks.
So it's not just about relaxing, it's also about self-discovery and personal growth.
Exactly. It's about creating space for healing and transformation, both physically and mentally.
This is incredible. I had no idea a relaxation practice could be so powerful and do so many things. I am adding Yoga Nidra to my self-care routine ASAP.
I think you'll love it. There are tons of resources online, guided meditations, videos, even online courses, and lots of yoga studios offer Yoga Nidra classes too.
This whole conversation has been eye-opening.
It's
What
good.
Live Fully takes such a cool approach to aging. It covers the science of the mind-body connection and practical ways to improve our well-being.
That's why it's such a great book. It helps us understand that we can be in charge of our own aging process. It's not just about decline, it's a chance to keep growing and learning.
Totally. It's about enjoying the journey with all the ups and downs and using what we've learned to navigate it all with grace, resilience, and joy.
Yes. It's about understanding how connected our minds and bodies are and using that knowledge to live better lives.
So everyone, as we wrap up this deep dive into age before,
Yeah.
live fully. We want to leave you with this. If your mind and body are so connected, what are you doing today to take care of both?
Maybe you'll try some diaphragmatic breathing, start a gratitude journal, or even check out Yoga Nidra. Remember, aging well isn't about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years.
And that is a journey worth taking. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep your mind sharp, your body's moving, and your spirits high.
Okay, I am so intrigued by this whole Yoga Nidra thing. It sounds amazing for relaxation and rejuvenation. But I gotta be honest, I still have a lot of questions.
I totally get it. Yoga Nidra, it's one of those practices that kind of unfolds gradually. Like you keep exploring it and you find new layers of depth.
So walk me through it. Like, what is actually happening during a Yoga Nidra session? Okay, so picture this. You're lying down all comfy in a quiet place. Maybe you've got a blanket on. You close your eyes and you start listening to this soothing voice guiding you through these visualizations and body scans.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty relaxing.
Hmm.
But how is this different from just like listening to a guided meditation app before bed?
That's a good question. So they both have that guided relaxation element, but Yoga Nidra takes you a little deeper. It wants to bring you to this place between wakefulness and sleep,
Hmm.
where your body's totally relaxed, but your mind is still aware.
So I'm not asleep, but I'm not awake either. It's like lucid dreaming almost.
Yeah, there are some similarities. You're aware of what's going on around you, but you can also tap into this deeper level of consciousness. That's where the healing can really happen.
Wow. Okay. So what's going on in my brain and body during this yogic sleep?
Well, as you really relax, your brainwave patterns start to shift.
Hmm.
You go from those beta waves, the ones when you're awake, to slower alpha and theta waves. Those are the ones associated with deep relaxation and meditation.
So it's like my brain is downshifting, going from busy and active to a calmer, more chill state.
Yeah, exactly. And as that happens, your nervous system starts to unwind. Your heart rate and blood pressure go down, your muscles relax, your breathing gets slower and steadier.
It sounds like the ultimate escape from our always-on world.
Yeah.
So besides just feeling super relaxed, are there any benefits, like long-term benefits, to doing Yoga Nidra regularly?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The book highlights a bunch of studies that show how powerful it can be. It can really help reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep quality, boost those brain powers, and even make you more creative.
That's incredible. And you mentioned before that it can even help with chronic pain.
Right. That's another area where the research is looking really promising. It calms the nervous system, brings down inflammation, and can really help manage pain and improve your well-being overall.
It makes so much sense why Live Fully talks about Yoga Nidra as a big part of aging well. It seems like it touches on so many aspects of our well-being: physical, mental, emotional.
Exactly. It's holistic. And there's actually one more thing about Yoga Nidra that I find really interesting. It has this potential for personal growth and transformation.
Okay, yeah, now we're getting to the good stuff. Tell me more.
Well, remember when we talked about the subconscious mind, how it affects our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors?
Yeah, it's like that behind-the-scenes operator we don't always see.
Exactly. And one of the coolest things about Yoga Nidra is that it can actually access that subconscious mind. When you bring your awareness down to that deeper level, you can start to let go of old patterns, limiting beliefs, and even emotional blocks that might be holding you back.
So it's not just about relaxation and stress relief. It's also a way to work on ourselves and discover new things about who we are.
Exactly. It's about creating space for deep healing and transformation, both physically and mentally.
This is blowing my mind. I had no idea a relaxation technique could be so powerful and multifaceted. I am definitely going to try Yoga Nidra, like right away.
You should. I think you'll really like it. There are tons of resources online, like guided meditations, videos, and even online courses. A lot of yoga studios offer Yoga Nidra classes, too.
This whole conversation has been so eye-opening. Live Fully takes this really cool approach to aging. It covers the science behind the mind-body connection and all these practical techniques for feeling our best.
And that's what makes it such a great resource. It helps us see that we can take charge of our own aging journey. It doesn't have to be all downhill, It's a chance to keep growing and expanding.
Absolutely. It's about appreciating the journey with all its twists and turns and using what we've learned to navigate it all with grace and strength and, a good dose of joy.
Well said. It's about realizing how connected our minds and bodies are and using that knowledge to create a better life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Age Live Fully, we want to leave you with this question. If your mind and body are truly connected, what are you doing today to take care of both?
Maybe you'll try some diaphragmatic breathing or start a gratitude journal. Or, hey, maybe you'll even give Yoga Nidra a try. Remember, aging well isn't about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years.
Yeah, and that's something we can all get behind. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep your mind sharp, your bodies moving, and your spirits high.